Hello, welcome back to the Call of Cthulhu. Right, one dead fish lady. Probably need to get out of here. No, Jack, we don't need to stealth. We just need to leave. Now that we've, you know, shut off the chanty, we should be able to just go, really. Straight out the front door, I hope.
I'll need to decipher it.
Will I? Alright then.
According to the text, the doors can only be opened with an ancient chant, spoken by someone in possession of a sacred charm.
I have a sacred charm.
I'm not going to be able to get through it without that.
I mean this.
That charm. Behuin and Kugnath, Fanu Naemna.
Jack totally doesn't sell this at all. Like the voice actor just
Kulth Cthulhu Kafungni.
Look at this.
Rygazengaro. Hydra.
It's like he's going out to buy bread or something. Yeah, can I have a pack of cigarettes, please? A couple of beers, IR Cthulhu, IR Kazangadengarong, and, you know, some fireworks. So it's like, okay. It's like just completely normal, I guess. Oh. Oh yeah, right, the sub. The shield's gone down now, hasn't it? Uh-oh. Well, that's not good. Right, I remember this. Yeah, I remember this a lot. I remember this being aggravating. Well, I'm still alive, so it couldn't have gone that badly wrong. I assume all the fish people are dead. Now, where do I need to go? That way, probably. Alright, Jack. It's not very helpful if you're tripping balls when I'm trying to do this. I know you've got a bit of a sanity issue, but no, work with me here. Jeez. Right. Well, luckily the game kind of gives you a sort of way to go, which is sort of handy. I'm pretty sure there's something that does me in, like, if I don't know it's coming, it just sort of completely mashes you. What's that big blue thing glowing there? It's weird. What is that? I don't know. Apparently it's freaking Jack out, whatever it is. Oh, let's stop looking at it then. Pardon me, coming through. You know what I really need in my life right now? A portal of doom. What? Why? Why? I was going as fast as humanly possible. Now I think I remember why this aggravated me so much. Where's my stabbing knife? Okay, note to self, don't look at weird glowy, bluey things on the ceiling. Apparently it's bad for your health.
I'll need to decipher it.
No, you don't.
According to the text,
yes, indeed.
The doors can be Behuin and Kugnath, Fanu Naemna.
Oh, really? Do I have to listen to your bread buying every single time, Jack?
Kulth Cthulhu
Kafungni, IR Rangarezgano, IR Hydra. Yeah, exactly. I agree with you completely, Jack. Now, no one wants to see me do another outtake video with squeaky voices, because I'm pretty sure that's what I had to do last time. But I will, if necessary. Now, did I get Jack hurt by the falling rock or something, or did I actually get crushed? No. I had to watch this as well? Man, you are mean, game. Not only is it quite a long... I mean, the fact you don't checkpoint you here is a little bit unnecessary, I find, but never mind. Okay, avoiding rocks of doom. Now we go this side, so we don't get hit by any falling bits. Let's jump. I don't understand why there's a sanity loss here. It's only a small explosion. I mean, really, that's not so bad, after everything you've seen. Oh, jeez. Jump. Okay. I think you've literally got to take the quickest and sort of most direct point to where you want to go, because the sort of collapsing tunnel behind you is really strict. Well, this all looks fine. Got to cut some corners where I can. You're fine, Jack. Don't worry about it, mate. It didn't hit you. Now he's going a bit sideways. No, that's not healthy either. Oh, avoid rock. Come on, we can make it, right? In we go. Woo! What? What? Why? How could I have done that faster, you big motherfucker? Hurrah! Do you know what it took? I had to piss around with the game's files. I made Jack's running speed like twice what it should be. Uh-oh. That way. There you go. No, you don't. Yep, do your bread buying, Jack. Seriously, like, I had to go in, edit some of the actual running files using the patch. It was ridiculous. I tried, like, everything. I ran this, like, 20 times, only to die in exactly the same place each time.
Jack! Hold up! Oh my god! Is he okay? What the hell happened to him?
I happened to him. Seriously, I made him like the Flash.
Jack!
Snake! Okay, you crash on me now, by the way. There's going to be hell to pay.
Jack.
Why have you summoned me?
There is something I must show you. We must hurry. Time is short.
Where are we going?
The Great Library. A terrible conflict is upon us, and our hosts will not survive it. The keenest minds are already projecting to later days.
Who will be the enemy? There have been no ructions with either the Migo in the north, or Cthulhu's kin to the south.
In your wanderings, did you come upon the vast sealed trapdoors at the foundation of the old city?
Yes, but I didn't understand their purpose.
There was a terrible war between us and a race of half-polypus creatures that had been dominant until our arrival. This volume tells of that bloody period.
Why are you showing me this now?
They are still down there, Jack, thriving in the darkness. They are plotting to break free of their bonds and wreak a terrible revenge. The end is inevitable, and close, very close.
How much time do we have? What the hell was that?
You are no longer safe. Follow me.
If this is the end, where am I supposed to go?
It's time for you to go back.
Back?
Yes, back to your own time. Before you leave, there is something more you need to know.
What is this place?
The human mind is too delicate a fabric for the return displacement. It could easily tear. Your memories of Nakotas must be cleaned.
Will I remember nothing of this place? 6 years of my life, and for nothing?
When the time comes, you will remember. We will be waiting in the shadows of your dreams.
These riddles make no sense. What was it I needed to know?
visions.
Nightmares. It came with the territory. Sometimes it helped with the cases.
Bad dreams are never that accurate. You are different from the rest of your race, Jack. Your father could see it. Suicide was his escape from the truth.
What's this got to do with him?
He has been here too. He was displaced just moments before you were conceived. I was the transferred mind.
What are you saying? That you're my father?
Not entirely. You are not of our kind, but neither are you completely human. I'm sorry, Jack. There is no more time.
I like the way you smile at me, babe.
Mr. Walters? Mr. Walters! Can you hear me? Mr. Walters?
He's convulsing. We're losing him.
Rank D? Mental condition, clinically insane. Well, I can believe that. Enemy kills, headshot save modes, drug abuse, casual. Eh. Mythos rank, percentage complete. I don't know, that seemed pretty decent to me. I've unlocked a new difficulty setting, hooray! And the credits play. Well, it was interesting to play through it again. It would have been a lovely smooth run had it not been for the fact this game doesn't run very well anymore. Sorry, let me skip these credits to sort of explain. Right, I'm going to do some final thoughts here, I think, on the game, how I thought of it in total, how it was to play through it again, and what I thought of the game generally. I think the game's held up reasonably well, in terms of sort of how it looks and plays. The actual gameplay, graphics and everything hold up fine. Like, overall that's okay. Like, the gameplay's pretty standard shooty, investigatey, the stealth stuff's a bit wonky. The graphics, again, are absolutely fine. They're of a style that honestly hasn't aged particularly badly. Everything looks okay. I mean, it looks old at this point, but there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, Vampire the Masquerade looks old, but the actual style it uses is great, you know, that kind of thing. So, no complaints there. To be honest, my only major complaint would be some of the gameplay choices. The fact is some of the bits feel rushed, especially looking back on it another time here again, and the technical issues. So, looking at some of the gameplay choices, honestly, like, I think they could have handled the sanity side of it better. Having it always do the spinny, sort of freaky, visiony stuff wasn't too good, I don't think. Having it... I think more sanity effects would have been nicer, more like Ramona stuff like popping up, things like that, rather than just the blurry stuff. I mean, that's just personal preference, I think, at this point. Gameplay-wise, some of the later stuff was just messy. When you get down to the underwater city, of Engnar, isn't it called? It starts getting a bit really, really messy. The shooting is wonky enough that it can get annoying. Like, some of the enemies will never hit you. You could stand still forever and these assholes would shoot beside you. Other enemies laser guide straight to your face. Boom! Straight off. Having that mixed with the fact that you can die very easily and the healing mechanics being really awkward makes for a kind of frustrating final third of the game. Other than that, there's no real complaints though. Like I said, it's definitely aged, and me playing other more modern games and coming back to this has sort of really shown that. Story-wise and everything, I have no problems. I think, again, it handled itself really well. There's definitely a sort of a drop in quality throughout the game. Like, you start off this sort of mystery without a gun, and I think when you get your weapons, the game drops in quality for a little bit. It picks up again towards like the Marsh Refinery stuff, even though some of that's a bit dull. There is a lot of interesting stuff in there, and it sort of seesaws its way through. Now, it's one of those times where I normally say that gameplay maketh the game, so to speak. But in this instance, the story and atmosphere kind of pick up for it, and while again it does suffer, the experience does suffer because of it. Overall, it comes out quite adequately. I think a second playthrough certainly, I've enjoyed it just as much. Let's put it that way. But I've certainly seen more of the faults it has, and last but not least, because of that, the playing this on a modern system is a real ball ache. It is a pain in the ass to get this thing working. It is a pain in the ass to get this thing not crashing on you every 2 seconds. You can't tab out of it. You can't look at it funny. You can't, like, I don't know, stare at it for too long. Otherwise it goes blunk and chucks you out to desktop. Now, not only is that irritating for recording purposes, but it's irritating just to play through because, of course, the game uses save points, which is fine, but back when it released on Windows XP machines, that was okay because the game didn't crash that much. On a Windows 7 and presumably Windows 10 machine, this is a big issue. The damn thing just dies all the time. What you saw of the recording was a very heavily edited version of what I was actually doing, mainly because for the amount of times I had to go through certain areas simply because the game crashed when I pushed a box and the game just killed itself. I opened a door at the wrong angle, the game just killed itself. And it's just, I mean, well, rather fittingly, you know, follows after Jack, I suppose. But because of that, it just adds a layer of frustration, and because of that, unlike Alice, where I could run back to the game and sort of my love for the game was super rekindled, and I forgot how much enjoyable it was. This game, my love for the game has not been rekindled in the same way. It's been, like, the frustration's there, and now I won't be looking to replay this again in a couple of years' time, simply because the damn thing will crash too much, and it won't be worth the effort. The story and atmosphere really hold it leagues above many of the horror games, but all these technical issues just bring it crashing back down. What a nuisance. And the unofficial patch, which I had to use to get this even working, it does the job. It makes it serviceable, but again, there's just stuff that just doesn't work, and it's a shame that Bethesda have got this out on Steam and they haven't sort of patched it for a modern system. They have the capability to do so, but obviously haven't, and it's a crying shame, and because of that, I couldn't recommend it to you guys. I honestly couldn't, hand on heart, say to you, this is worth replaying. It isn't. It's a fun game, it's a great game. Honestly, it is, even with some of the things. But it's a great game not because of the game, and that's a really weird thing to say. It's kind of a shame that this isn't like a TV show or a book. Even though obviously it's based after a couple of Lovecraft's books, but I mean just like the overall story itself, because it is a far better experience to watch than it is to play, and that's a real shame. And some of that's due to the fact that the shooting in the game isn't great. Some of that is due to the fact that the technical issues are there, and it really bums me out. But I got to be critical here, and I've got to be fair, and I've got to say, it just simply isn't worth the playthrough, not on a modern machine. And that really does kind of upset me, because there's so many good points about this game. The stuff with Ramona, the subtle things that you only pick up on multiple playthroughs, honestly. Like seeing things in the corner of your eye, like shadowy figures in places, like things on rooftops, Sanity things that you didn't notice the first time. They're all great. They really are great, and it makes for it makes for like a really fun, scary playthrough. But then you forget about that because it's marred with crashes and irritating things, and just general gameplay pain in the asses that just doesn't make for a fun experience. I love you, Call of Cthulhu, I really do. You're the second game I LP'd, and I've gone through it again another time, and I don't regret that. But you make it too difficult for an enjoyable experience, especially if you wanted to do this in one go. Like, it was a 6.5-hour playthrough, give or take, from what that said there. But it wasn't. I mean, this has been 13 hours. Just to put that, I've spent double the amount of time. So imagine, there is double the amount of footage on the cutting room floor of crashes, of cutouts, of stupid bugs falling through scenery, you know. And because of that, you make me want to hit you, Call of Cthulhu. You want to make me slap you across the face. Ugh. Digress. Thank you very much for watching this revisit. Amidst my bitching, it has been fun. It is still an incredible game, just one I can't recommend that anybody plays. as funny as that sounds. And I really hope you've enjoyed watching the lovelyly edited, non-crashy version. And with that, I'm out. Cheers everybody, I hope to see you on the next Let's Play, or if you enjoyed this, why not have a look through the channel? There's other stuff like this out there. Eternal Darkness is one, for example. If you like this kind of playthrough, Eternal Darkness has a lot of Sanity stuff going on, and old gods, and creepy eldritch things from beyond the veil. Take a shot. Thanks very much. Till next time, folks.